Hi guys, Owen Davies here from Golfshake.com, and today we're going to be reviewing Cobra's new F8 driver for 2018. So then guys, new COBRA F8 driver. I've got the F8 Plus. First thing to note, it is a slightly smaller head, squatter head, slightly shorter in shaft length as well, so designed for potentially a slightly better player, or certainly someone who gets the kind of launch conditions a better player would expect. So first up, putting this down behind the ball, the first thing you notice is this black face. You see it here, and when you look at it up close you notice there's a lot of CNC milling on here. So we're used to you know, a kind of polished look, but it's noticeable they've had some machine milling on here. By doing that, they've been able to make this face lighter, so saving some weight, obviously saving some weight at the front of the club, really important thing, something manufacturers across the board have been trying to do, COBRA included. As soon as you save weight at the front, you can move it back, change the MOI, change the launch parameters of the golf club. It also makes the face a bit thinner. As soon as you get a thinner face, potentially you're going to get more ball speed. There will be at the max off the on-centre hits, but they will be looking to save weight or create the thinner face on the toe and heel hits, and that's one of the big benefits of this driver of the F8 compared to the F7 is the consistency you get with it. So putting it down, you've got this black face, frames the ball really nicely, and you notice this carbon crown and kind of matte grey look. And COBRA have been working on this. They felt that the colourways in the past, while it was really great for them getting into the market and launching themselves off the back of being part of the Golfshake company, they really wanted to differentiate themselves from that company. They do feel now, I think, that the colourways, you know, detract a little bit from the tech, and they've got a lot of tech stories, so they've toned it down a bit, and that's noticeable. So I'm going to give this a first hit. Okay, so the first time you hit this, you do feel it's very, very solid driver. Straight away you can feel that off the face. It feels a bit more stable than previous COBRA models. Feels like a bit more of a serious golf club. Having said that, I am getting some serious launch off it as well. Some big high ball flight. You know, I'm actually struggling to keep the spin down a bit despite having the F8 Plus model. So when you're considering this driver, that's something you need to consider, is that it does spin. It is a high launching, pretty high spinning driver. So you need to consider that. If that's something, if you're struggling with your spin rates, you're struggling to get the spin up on drivers, this is definitely one you want to consider. I'll give this another hit. Okay, so like I said, just feels really solid off the face. Getting some nice ball speed as well, and I've seen some good numbers in terms of off-centre hits as well, being quite close to my on-centre hit, so the consistency from this driver is quite noticeable. One thing also compared to the F7 is the weight in the heel's gone, and that's disappeared. Again, that's allowed them to save a bit of weight, move it further back. Like I said, very much a trend in golf clubs right now. So we're going to hit the course now. I'm going to give this a bit of a test out there, see how it performs for me, whether those off-centre hits, the good numbers I get, and continue, whether I get that consistency off the tee, and we'll report back to you guys in a bit about how we got on. Okay guys, so just finished up testing on the course with the COBRA F8 Plus driver. And I think the biggest benefit to this driver for me anyway was the way that it felt, the solidness that I got on the impact, and the consistency on the off-centre hits. It didn't feel like I lost any distance on those off-centre hits particularly at all, and it is just a really solid feeling, very stable feeling golf club. So that allows you to build in confidence, allows you to hit it harder and harder. And I think part of the reason for that is the face technology in there, the way they've milled the face, the way they've improved the off-centre hits on that. But also taking that weight out in the heel, it's just, I think it's made the club a little bit more stable. I'm using one with the weight quite a long way forward, and I actually cranked the loft down a bit on the course, improved my results in terms of the spin rates, got a better, more of a rainbow ball flight. I was definitely spinning it up a bit when I was testing earlier today. So that just shows the importance of going and getting fitted for these clubs. If you're thinking about getting a new Cobra driver, well worth looking up on the Stockers Locator, seeing your PGA Pro, asking them about how you can get the most out of the driver. They've got lots of options from the F8 to the F8 Plus in terms of changing the MOI, changing the launch conditions, so well worth getting fitted. Not only that, Cobra also have Cobra Connect in their entire range this year, and I love the fact that Cobra have done that. I've been speaking about this in the other reviews of the Cobra product, the fact that they've done something different over the last couple of years to the other manufacturers. They're well tied to doing this now, and I think it's a big benefit to all golfers. So being able to look at your stats and be able to track your stats, being able to get some insight into your game. Often stats will quite surprise you. You think you're doing something, actually when you look at your stats you're not. You can take those stats to your PGA Pro, you can make a difference to your game just by doing that. If you're missing left, you're missing right with your driver, there'll be a reason for that, and the stats will tell you specifically what you're doing. You can take that back to your pro, have a lesson, maybe tweak the driver and improve your scores as a result. So a big thumbs up for Cobra on sticking with this technology, hoping to see it into next year and going forward as well. I think it's a big bonus. So guys, if you've got any questions on this video, or on this club, sorry, please don't forget to comment below. I'll do my best to answer all those questions. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, you enjoy the video, please give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we'll see you next time.